Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're going to do a playthrough of Devil Boats, written by or designed by Joe Carter, game design, and published by Compass Games. All right, PT Boats in the Solomons. Now, I've done the setup already on this. And this is the boat itself. So you have the interior, you have the exterior, all the crews placed. I've already rolled for my crew. It's kind of cool the way he does that because you can roll and randomly generate first names and last names. I got to change their start date because we're starting in August. I'll fix that. And then this is actually this PT boat. And then if let's say he gets killed, then, I can erase him and write in another one. Then you can do another PT boat. So you got a pretty thick pad here, and it's double-sided. So you can play quite a few games on this one pad. So I'll keep track of that. We have our campaign logs. So we are going to do a medium campaign. So it starts August and ends in October. So we'll get 2 months there. And then we do have the dry erase boards that we'll also keep track of. So right now, all 4 of my PT boats plus my reserve PT boat is available. On this side, this is where we keep track of any damage that happens to any of the PT boats. And then we also have our PT boat, Devil Boats in the Solomons, the barge status. So any barges that we're battling against, any convoys, and then any special missions, destroyer status, aircraft, machine gun nests, all that stuff. So it is a lot of that. And then, of course, this is a table driven, kind of like a B-17 Target for Today, those kinds of games. We have our rule book, which in reality, the first 17 pages are the rules. And out of that, it's really the first about 7 or 8 pages are the actual rules for the game. Then you have a large playthrough that he does. And then we have the tables. The nice thing is you roll on a table and it tells you where to go next. So the game kind of guides you along and helps you learn to play the game. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to start this thing up. I took a little time out there to, like I said, to get my characters developed. And so we'll be able to start our first mission. Okay, so first thing we do is we start on table A0, and we're going to roll 2 dice. And this is the malaria check. So in the Solomons, they did have a lot of malaria. Could happen. And so we rolled a 16, 6 and a 0. So this is one where you add them together, and a 16 is no malaria, so we don't have to worry about that. Now we do our weather check. So we're going to roll to see what our weather is going to be, and the weather check is a 7. And the 7 is poor, overcast with rain. Okay, so here on our board, we move this to poor. And so we're going to have overcast with rain. Next one we do is we go to our nightly mission assignment. So again, we're going to roll, and we roll a 4, and that is an offensive patrol. And this is where we'll set our target zone. So we go to table A4, and we roll a 1. So our mission target, which is this little counter right here, goes into the red square 1. Okay, so that's as close a target 1 and 2 as we can get, which I like on my first patrol. Get us back into the swing of this. Okay, I have 4 PT boats available, as you can see, and we're going to use all 4 of them. We always want to send out our maximum number if we can. So we're going to send out all 4 PT boats. Now the first thing that happens is there could be Japanese Navy air attack on our base as we're leaving. So I like to do this one separate, so I do it right here. So first thing we do is we roll 1d10 and see what it comes up with. We get a 10. Well, there we go. The Japanese Navy is attacking our base. Okay. Now we have to roll a d10 for each PT boat present at the base. Okay. So here's for boat number 1, 8. And an 8 is no damage. Whew. Okay, so 8 or below, no damage. PT boat number 2, 7, no damage. PT boat number 3, 1, no damage. PT boat number 4, 7, no damage. Okay, so no damage. Whew. Okay, so we're going to move out to zone number 1. And now we start kind of, this is where the repetition starts. So the first thing we got to do is roll one die, one 10-sided die, and we check for sea state, and we're in poor weather. So our sea state is a 10, which is sea state 4. So right here, we have sea state 4. That's going to make it rough. And it says for that, table A and B, PT boats may not travel at fast speed during combat when sea state is 4 or 5. And if the PT boat is being towed and sea state is 4 or 5, tow line breaks and PT boat is lost or sunk. Well, we're not doing that. Okay. So we don't have bad weather, so we're not separated. So now we roll for random event. So we roll a black and a white die. The black die is my 10 digit. And we see if we're going to have a random event. And it is a 60, no random event. Random events are 0 to 5. Okay, now we check for Japanese patrol contact. It's a -2 modifier because the weather's poor. We're running at normal speed. We're in a green zone, so it's another -1, so that's -3. And so there, oh crud. Okay, but there won't be any, a 6 minus 3 is a 3, so nothing happens there. And from there we go back to the next sea state, or next zone, so we move into zone 2. And I got to pick up my die that I always drop while I'm playing. It never fails. Okay, so we're back into the sea state again for zone 2. And we roll, and it is a 6 on a pour, and the sea state becomes number 3. So now it's dropped. So the sea state got a little smoother. All right. And now we check for the Japanese. Sorry, random event. And it is a 85. So no random event. Now we check for Japanese contact. -2 for poor weather. We're still in a green zone, so it's still -3. Unless he rolls a 10 is automatic in this game. 4, nothing happens. Okay. So no contact. Now we move to the yellow zone. Okay, so things could get a little more hectic. Now we roll for sea state with poor weather. We get an 8. It stays in the 3. Okay. Now we check for random event. We get a 91, so no random event. Now our Japanese Air Patrol is -2 for the poor weather. And we're in the yellow zone, so that doesn't change. Okay, so -2, that's a 2, so nothing. So he goes into zone 2. Here we go. All right. Again, we roll for sea state. And we get a 3. And a 3 on poor weather is 2. So the sea is getting smoother. Okay. So we're here in the Ferguson Strait and going into the Blackett Strait. Okay, check for our random event. It is a 25, no random event. Check for Japanese contact. Again, it's a -2. It's a 7, no contact. All right. Now, here we go. Now we move into zone 1. So now we're in the red zone. And this red zone, of course, is the target zone. All right, first thing we got to do is check our C state. The C state is a 7, and a 7 brings us back up to a C state of 3. Okay, and now we check for a random event, and we get a 91, no random event. Now we check for the Japanese contact. Now, it's -2 for the weather. It's +1 in the reds. That makes it -1. Okay, so it's still a -1. Oh, a 10. They found us. They spotted us. So we now go to, let's see, contact with enemy patrol occurs. Go to table B1. Okay, so we go back over here to table B1. Too far. B1. And we have to determine what type of aircraft is above us. So we roll a D10 and we get a 7. And a 7 is a Mitsubishi G4M, which I have not pulled out yet. Do not believe. Nope, right there it is. Okay, so we put this Mitsubishi G4M right here on the aircraft. Now we roll to determine skill level, and he gets a 2. Ooh, 2 is green. That's good. That's good for us. So I put a green marker right here beside him. That'll help us. He'll have trouble hitting us. Okay. And we roll a D10 to see if he is going to bomb us or strafe us. And it is an 8, and an 8 is a strafing run. So we have a little designator here that shows bombs or strafe. So we put the strafe here also with him. All right, so that's what he's doing. He's coming at us. It's a G4M Betty, and he's coming to us. So now we're going to try to spot this guy. Okay, so we can have defensive fire. Okay, so our modifier is -2 for poor weather. A +1 because it's the G4M, so now we're at -1. I get a +1 for each PT boat in the squadron. I have 4, so now I'm at +3. I don't have an eagle eye and I'm not running slow. Okay, +3, I need a 10 or higher. I get an 8. Hey, we spotted him. All right, that's going to help. We get our first shots at him. So the first thing I need to do is take my handy dandy little marker here. And this is a medium aircraft G4M Betty. And don't need to do anything else there yet. All right, so I'll have that sitting there, ready to go. Okay, so I have defensive fire. Let's see. Aircraft cruise, C state's not a 5, it's a 3. I'm not fast. I'm not veteran. Aircraft cruise, not veteran. 4. Crewman besides a gunner. Nope, I got everybody's in the right position. The aircraft crew is green. That's a +1. And my C state's 3, so there's no modifier for that. I'm not running slow. Okay, so I have a +1. Now, I have individual gunners firing here. Not sure. I'm looking to see if they get credit for kills. Thought they did. Nope, I just get a Okay, here we go. So I'm a +1. I need a 10 or higher to hit. He rolls a 10. Boom, we hit him right off the bat. Okay, so the first thing, now we roll. A 1 to 5 is superficial. 6 to 9 is 1 damage point. And a 10 is 2 damage points. A 4, superficial, so I didn't hurt him. Okay, my second gun, there's 4 guns on each PT boat right now. Nothing's been damaged, so I get 4 rolls per PT boat. The second one is a 4, +1's a 5, he missed. The third gun is an 8, +1's a 9, he missed. And a 3, +1's a 4, he missed. Okay, so my PT boat, number 1, is missed. So now we fire with using PT boat number 2. So I'm really supposed to do a couple things here. My PT boats are in long range over here on this part of the game board. So there's a little map right here that I'm using for this. Okay. So what I do is I put my little firing marker. I'm on boat number 2 right now. He's firing here. And I'm going to roll all 4 dice. They're all +1. So here we go. See if he hits. He gets a 7, miss, 4, miss, 1, miss, 5, miss. They all miss. I go to boat number 3. Do it again. I get a 9. That's a hit. And a 10, that's a hit. I got 2 hits, 2 possible hits. So now we roll both of these to see if they hit. And I get a 9 and a 4. So I got 1 hit. Okay. So on the Betty, I give him his first hit right here. Boom. Okay. Well, 1 hit. And now I go to boat number 4 and he's going to fire all 4 dice. And he gets a 1, 6, 7, 6. They all missed. Okay, so we did not hit him. All right. That's the end of that. Now he's going to come firing at me next. Okay. So he goes to a strafing attack. So he attacks each patrol boat. Okay. So he comes at patrol boat number 1. Let's see. He's -2 if he was successfully spotted and sustained any hits from the PT guns. Okay, so he's going to be a -2. I'm not fast. His aircraft crew is green, so he's a -3. I don't think I should give him a second aircraft was successfully spotted modifier because he gets it up here where he's already spotted. +1 if he's a G4M. So we're at -3, now we're at -2. I'm not slow, he's not elite, and we're not disabled. Okay, so it's a -2. He has to have a 10 to hit. It's at PT boat number 1, he missed. Now at PT boat number 2, 6, he missed. Number 3, it's a 4, he missed. And, oh, he hits. PT boat number 4. Okay, so he scores a hit. All right, now we roll a D10 to determine damage on the PT boat. So he gets a 3, and it is superficial damage. So on my PT boats, number 4, he gets superficial damage. Right there. All right. All right. Next thing they do is they're going to attempt to drop, the Japanese plane wants to drop a star shell to see if he can spot us. So he's done firing now. So here we go. He rolls for the star shell. It's a 3. No star shell. Ooh, that's good. Okay. So the aircraft departs. It's over now. So he leaves the area. I need to check for PT boat separation. Let's see. PT boat +2, weather's poor. And that's the only thing. So it's a +2. I roll for each PT boat. So I get, a 10. PT boat number 1 becomes separated. If PT boat number 1 becomes separate, immediately remove all PT boats 2 through 4 counters from the map and combat boards and go to table A14. So I got 2, 3, and 4 all got separated. So they're removed. And that leaves me with this one PT boat now. So I can decide if I want to continue on by myself. Now this gets risky because I'm going to be talking about firing at machine gun nests and or a convoy. So PT boats separate out of formation. Roll 2d10, 1 for each PD boat, 2 through 4, separate out of formation. So I have to roll for those two. And the 2 to 100, he's safe. So boat number 2, 28, he's good. Boat number 3, 27, he's good. And boat number 4, 43, he's good. Okay, so the 3 PT boats that had to go home, they made it safely back already. They got separated from the commander. Okay, so I have to decide now what I want to do here. I'm actually at the point where I have to roll to see if there's a convoy contact. And then if I do any shore gun, machine gun nest contact here in the red zone. So I'm by myself. Or do I just go home and call this mission a dud? Nah, no guts, no glory. That's what I've always heard. So here we go. We're gonna continue on. Let's see if we find anything here. Okay, we're looking for a convoy contact. Roll 1d10. C state's a 3, so nothing's disabled. -1 if air patrol encountered. An air patrol did encounter, so it's -1. All right, so I need a 10. 3, no convoy. All right, now for the machine gun nest. -1 if weather's poor. Okay. Roll 1d10 once per turn in red zones in strategic map if offensive patrol. So we got to see if there's going to be anything here. So we roll, we get a 6, -1's a 5. So no machine gun or core nest. Okay. So I have to decide whether to stay or not. I think we should just go home now. We took a shot. So he's going to move back into zone 2, which is yellow. And now we go back through our tables again. And we're going to roll. We start with our C state. And the C state is a 4. And a 4 on poor is C state 2. Okay. And now we roll for a random event. 37, no random event. Now we check to see if the Japanese are going to find us. He gets a 3. He's not going to find us. Okay. So now we move to zone 1. And on zone 1, we do the same thing again. We roll for our C state. And the C state is a 5, which is back to C state 3. Okay. And now we go. Come on. We check for random event. It is a 92, no random event. And do they find us? It's -2. It's a 9. Whoo, that was close. We heard them overhead, but they didn't find us. Now we're in Zone 2, we roll for C state, and the 3 puts us back to C state 2. Roll for a random event. 75, no random event. Roll for Japanese contact. 7, no contact. Okay, now we're in zone 1. This is the last time we have to do this. C state is a 5, which is back to C state 3. Roll for a random event. Oh, a 13, nope. And did the Japanese find us? 10, he found us before we got home. Okay, we have a contact. All right, one last time. I guess, no, that's only in the red zones. Okay. A and B, go to table B1. Sorry, brain freeze. All right, here we go. We roll a D10 to find out what he is. It is a 3. It's a Mitsubishi F1M. And I have that one here. So we'll flip our board back over. Right here. We have an F1M. And he is a crew type of 10. Crap. He's an elite crew. So they got their best crew up right there. And he's going to attack with a 9. Strafing attack. Okay, so he's coming after me. All right. So we'll mark this up. So I marked this on our sheet. It's an F1M2 Pete. So he's spotted us. Now we have to see if we spot him. -2 because of the weather. And +1 because there's only one boat, so it's a -1. I got to roll a 10. 7. I do not see him. So he gets to come around first. Okay, he's strafing. We know he's attacking me. He was not spotted yet. And let's see. +2 because he's an elite crew. Okay, so here we go. +2. He gets a 10. Okay, he hits us. Go to table G1. Table G1. Come on. F. G7. Yep, so I went one page too many. G1. Here we go. I'll put me a marker here to hold my page. Okay. So we're on table G1. We got to roll a 10-sided die to see where he's going to hit. So he rolls a 2. Bow section, top deck. Okay, so now we're rolling. We're right here, bow section, top deck. So now we roll a 10-sided dice to see what's he hit. And he hits, oh, a 10. Whew, superficial. Okay. So boat number 1 takes a superficial hit. All right. So far, so good. They haven't been able to hurt me. And then he goes back to see if he drops a star shell, because I did not get to shoot at him that time. Okay, so he's going to drop a star shell. It is a 1. He does not, and that's it. He leaves the area. Okay, Those markers come off. So he took one strafing run and then left. And now we're back at home base. Okay, so we made it to the end. So I need to find what to do here at the end. All right, so I didn't take any major hits on any of my boats. So boat number 1, each hit sustained. Roll 1d10 for replacement. Availability. Each fire started, none. Each 50 points of damage. And I took superficial damage, so I don't have any damage there. Only took one on my PT boat over here. 1 full day is required for each 50 points of damage on a PT boats 2 through 14. His was a 2. Like I said here, I had a superficial damage. And I only see that listed on PT boat number 1. Okay, so that means that you're going to repair all my boats. And we'll be ready to go. And I'll check for any kind of victory points. I don't think there's any because we didn't do anything. This just kind of ran out there and came back. And as I thought, we had an offensive mission. It was assigned to zone number 1. We had no squadron kills, no enemy losses, and we received no victory points. So we didn't do anything on our first mission because we got separated. If I'd been able to keep all 4 of my boats, or even 2 of them with me, we would have hung around in that area and kept hunting there, but we didn't. So we'll just chalk that one up to experience for us. Only 1 superficial hit on each on boat 1 and 4, so they'll be repaired and ready to go for the next mission. Okay, well, that's a run through of mission number 1. Pretty boring as far as we go. Not much action happening there other than the aircraft attacks, and I didn't do much there. So we'll get set up and ready to go on mission number 2, and we'll see how it works out for us. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little different. It's a little different with the table driven. The more we play, the easier this gets, and we haven't really gotten into any convoys or barges or anything else that we're attacking. So right now it's just a matter of getting us another mission and see what we have to do there. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, please give me a thumbs up, and if you like the video, I'm sorry, if you're new, well, I got that messed up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.